Look, let me tell you something straight because no one else will. And if you don't hear this now, you're going to wake up one morning 10 years from today with an empty bank account, crushing debt, and a life you didn't even plan for, while Wall Street is quietly smiling behind the scenes, knowing exactly how this is going to play out, knowing that most Americans will never even see it coming. You see, people think inflation is just numbers on a screen, or that their paycheck stretching just a little further is a sign they're doing okay. But let me break it down for you. Rent in most major cities in 2026 is $2,000 a month for a two-bedroom apartment. Student loans average $40,000 per household. Credit card debt has ballooned past $8,000 for the average American, and yet 60% of households are living paycheck to paycheck. And while you're busy scrolling Instagram or watching Netflix, Wall Street is watching you, calculating how much you're spending on avocado toast versus how much they can make off your ignorance, betting against your financial stability in ways you can't even imagine. This isn't some conspiracy theory. It's basic economics, pure psychology, and the harshest reality check you'll ever face. Your lifestyle is being engineered for you to fail financially, for you to remain trapped in a loop of just getting by so the wealthy can get wealthier, and the system can keep running without you questioning a damn thing. Think about it. Every time a new iPhone drops, a new streaming subscription launches, or some must-have gadget comes out, your brain lights up with dopamine and the market lights up with your money. It's genius manipulation. And here's the kicker. Most people don't even notice. You're literally feeding the system that's starving you. And it's not just materialism, it's the habits, the mindset, the comfort addiction. You're paying $500 a month for a gym membership you barely use, $300 for a coffee habit, $200 for convenience apps, and $1,000 for unnecessary luxuries, all while your retirement account sits frozen, compounding interest running against you like a silent predator, silently eroding your future freedom. You see, the harsh truth is that financial illiteracy isn't accidental. It's systemic, and it's designed for you to ignore it until the consequences are unavoidable. And I know what you're thinking. I'm smart, I'm working hard, I'll catch up. But that's exactly what keeps most people broke. Working hard in a system engineered to keep you poor is like rowing a boat in a hurricane while someone is quietly poking holes in the hull. You can paddle all you want, but the outcome is already written unless you wake up. Visualize it. Your paycheck hits the account, bills get paid, you breathe a sigh of relief, but by the end of the month, you're back at zero, maybe even negative, wondering why life never gives you a break. And meanwhile, hedge funds, investment banks, private equity, they're not worried about inflation. They're positioning themselves to profit from it. They already know which industries are going to boom when prices surge, which housing markets are going to collapse, which commodities are going to skyrocket, and You're still trying to save $50 here and $100 there, thinking that's a strategy. Let me ask you, how many times have you thought, I'll save later, I'll invest later, I'll figure it out later, only to watch your friends take risks, start businesses, invest, and now leave you in the dust wondering where you went wrong? That's not luck. That's timing, preparation, and brutal self-discipline. Things most Americans refuse to embrace because comfort is sexy and awareness is uncomfortable. And here's another truth. Your financial ignorance is slowly killing your pride, your confidence, your sense of control over your life. When your friends buy homes, go on vacations, retire early, and you're still buried under credit card bills, what does that feel like? Shame, regret, guilt. And don't lie to yourself. You feel it every time you check your bank account and it's less than you hoped, or when inflation eats another $50 from your weekly grocery budget. That's the system talking to you, whispering, you're too late, you're behind. But here's the thing about awareness. It's the first step to breaking free. Once you see the game, once you understand the patterns, once you visualize the mechanisms that are working against you, you can start taking control, but it has to be raw, brutal, and immediate. You can't tiptoe into financial literacy. You can't casually read a book and hope the market will play nice. You have to stare at your own numbers, your own spending, your own bad habits, and ask yourself the honest question, am I going to be a victim or am I going to fight? Because here's another reality most people refuse to confront. The middle class is shrinking fast. $80,000 per year used to feel comfortable. Now it barely covers rent, insurance, groceries, and student loans. Social Security projections are shaky. Retirement accounts are tied up in volatile markets that can swing 20% in a month. And while the government talks about stimulus and support, the truth is, no one is coming to save you, except you. Not your employer, not your bank, not Wall Street. They'll take every penny they can from your ignorance and leave you scrambling for scraps. And that's the moment where pride turns into humiliation if you don't act. But here's the flip side. Those same numbers that are terrifying can become your fuel. $2,000 rent, that's a marker, a goalpost. $40,000 student loans, that's a wake-up call. $8,000 credit card debt, that's a challenge you can beat if you stop being a victim and start being a strategist. You see, surviving in 2026 America isn't about luck. It's about awareness, strategy, and relentless execution. It's about seeing every system, every trend, every manipulation, and asking yourself, how do I turn this to my advantage? The truth is uncomfortable. If you're waiting for easy money, for market timing, for someone to hand you a path to wealth, you'll die waiting. If you're hoping inflation will magically reverse or housing prices will stabilize, you're deluding yourself. Wall Street doesn't care about you. It only cares about profit. And they already know which side of the bet you're on because most Americans are blindly feeding the system, addicted to convenience, addicted to comfort, addicted to small, insignificant pleasures that cost them thousands while thinking they're living the dream. And that's the most painful part. You are capable of more. You know it deep down. You've seen other people do it. You've watched your peers retire early, launch businesses, invest strategically, and live life on their terms, and yet you're still stuck on the treadmill of distraction and denial. It's time to break that cycle. Step 1, brutal self-awareness. Step 2, ruthless prioritization. Step 3, action you can see and measure. And don't get it twisted. This is not motivation fluff. This is a reality check, a call to arms. Because here's the cliffhanger. If you don't start acting now, if you don't break free from the comfort addiction and the paycheck-to-paycheck mindset, the next financial collapse, the next inflation spike, the next economic shakeup will crush you. And the worst part, you'll have no one to blame but yourself, staring at the ashes of what could have been while the wealthy quietly count their gains, smiling at how predictable human behavior really is. So tell me, are you going to keep watching, waiting for luck, scrolling past opportunity, or are you going to step into awareness, embrace discomfort, and finally take control of your financial destiny before it's too late? Because the clock is ticking, the numbers don't lie, and Wall Street already knows the outcome. And if you think you're ready to act, stay with me. Because the next step I'm going to reveal isn't just about surviving, it's about taking back what's rightfully yours and building a life where you are never again at the mercy of the system that's been engineered to keep you poor.